For my home buying case study, I will be discussing the Erickson family. Mark and Bethany Erickson have been married for just over 3 years. Mark is 30 years old and loves to travel, ski, run, and read books. He recently completed a law degree at George Mason University and is now a lawyer at a tech company in Salt Lake City, Utah. Bethany is 28 years old. She loves to read, be with her friends, and is a really good cook. She is currently a stay-at-home mom to her and Mark's twin sons, Jack and George, who are 18 months old. Mark and Bethany plan to add 2 more children to their family in the near future. From his job, Mark makes a gross monthly income of $10,000. Together, he and Bethany also have $30,000 in a savings account. However, they do carry $120,000 in student loans from Mark's law degree. Another complication that they face is the need for in vitro fertilization in order to expand their family. This costs about $10,000 to do, and they would like to do it within the next 5 years when they would like to have more children. According to their income and the 25% rule, they can afford a max monthly mortgage payment of $2,500. The home that they buy needs to be located in or near Salt Lake City, Utah, which is where Mark's job is. They want it to have at least 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms to accommodate their growing family, and an updated heating and cooling system to survive the Utah weather. They would love for it to have a big backyard, large trees outside, a big garage, and updated appliances and flooring. This is a dream home for Mark and Bethany. It is a perfect starter home in a great neighborhood near their parents. They will live here for about 10 years and then they will upgrade. This home is listed at $454,900 with an approximate monthly payment of $2,155 on a 30-year loan with 4% interest. It features easy access to the freeway for easy access to Mark's office, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a large yard with a big tree, a nice garage, and updated appliances and flooring. This is also a great option for Mark and Bethany as it is located close to their parents. This modest home is listed at $320,000 with a monthly payment of $1,515 on a 30-year loan. It is also located near a freeway with easy access to Mark's office. It has 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, but it has older appliances and flooring with a smaller yard and no garage. Here is a snapshot of Mark and Bethany's current budget. Once they purchase a home, they will need to alter this budget. Things to note are the $300 that they put towards an emergency fund each month, the $200 that they invest each month towards Jack and George's college fund, and the $300 they save each month towards IVF. At this rate, they will be able to have IVF again in 3 years. They are also saving $1,000 a month towards their down payment on their home. And something else to note is their rent, which is currently $1,100. Once they purchase a home, they will move this $1,000 towards the down payment into the rent category to become their monthly mortgage payment category. With this, they will have an ideal monthly mortgage payment of $2,100. Here is a snapshot of the Erickson savings plan so that they can achieve their goals. They already have an emergency fund of $30,000, but they would like to build that up to $40,000 to have a larger buffer. So to do this, they will only need to save an extra $10,000. Right now, they are able to save $300 for this category, and even with 0% interest, they will have the amount they need in less than 3 years. Mark and Bethany would also love to be able to afford a down payment on a home of 20%, but with the time frame they're looking at, which is 3 to 5 years, that is just not likely. So right now, the most they feel they can afford is a 10% down payment, which for the dream home would be $45,490. Right now, as mentioned before, they're able to save $1,000 towards this goal, and so they will have the money they need in approximately 3.5 years' time, even at 0% interest. The Ericksons would like to go for a 15-year mortgage as they don't plan to stay in their home for very long. This will help them avoid excess interest charges. With their great credit score and a down payment of $45,490, Mark and Bethany can qualify for a mortgage rate on the dream home of 3.125% with a monthly mortgage payment of $2,852. For the modest home with the same down payment of $45,490, they will receive a similar rate of 3.135% interest and a monthly payment of $1,783. As the Ericksons would like to stay within a budget of $2,100 for their monthly mortgage payment, they have decided to go with the modest home. When deliberating on buying a home, Mark and Bethany have taken many things into consideration. One of the things is taxes and how their taxes will be affected. Currently, as renters, Mark and Bethany have a tax liability per year of approximately $9,550. However, once they purchase a home, that amount will go down by around $2,000 a year, and they will then pay $7,578. This is a significant amount of money that shouldn't be ignored. This decrease comes from tax deductions that come from home owning. These deductions are on your property tax and on the interest that you pay on your mortgage. As said before, Bethany and Mark will need to take a lot of things into consideration when buying a home. One of these things is their transportation situation. Currently, Mark and Bethany own 2 cars, and both are completely paid off. Bethany has a 2014 Subaru Outback, and Mark has a 2015 Audi Q3. They have owned both vehicles for about 5 years. While they love their cars, they realize that they are not the best family cars, and they will probably need to buy a new car within the next 3 years. They plan to turn in Mark's Audi and have a payment on the difference. They hope to buy a Toyota 4Runner. As the Audi and the 4Runner are valued now, they anticipate a difference of around $10,000, which would give them a monthly car payment of around $250. Luckily, Mark and Bethany have no credit or card or personal debt, and currently all of their cars are paid off. However, they do have their student loan of $120,000 a month, but they are slowly chipping away at it. Another debt to consider is their tithing. As members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Mark and Bethany choose to pay a $1,000 a month to the church. This is not obligatory, but it is money that Mark and Bethany will never put towards something else, which is why it can be considered a debt. By the time they buy the home, remember, the Ericksons will also have that approximate $10,000 debt on a car. Something else to consider when purchasing a home is the full payment of your monthly mortgage payment. A monthly mortgage payment is far more than just the value of them paying off the value of the home. The monthly mortgage payment includes principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. When Bethany and Mark took all of these items into consideration, they realized that they would no longer be able to afford a 15-year loan and a payment on a 15-year loan, even with their $45,900 down payment. This is why they have chosen now that they will need to go for a 30-year loan. For this 30-year loan and a $45,900 down payment, they will pay principal and interest of $1,232, property tax of $237, and private mortgage insurance of $143 a month. This brings their total monthly payment to $1,638. Mark and Bethany will only be required to pay this private mortgage insurance until they reach that 20% down payment. So this means they will only have to pay it for approximately 21 months. This will still be faster than waiting until they have saved the entire 20% down payment. Mark and Bethany are also wondering if they will even qualify for a mortgage. Banks take into consideration your debt when giving you a loan. The back-end ratio is a way for banks to determine how much debt you pay a month, or what percentage of your debt is your monthly income. They use the rule that 36% of your monthly income should go towards debt. With Mark and Bethany's student loans, tithing, their car loan, and their future loan on their modest home, Mark and Bethany will have over that 36%, which means that they will likely not qualify for a mortgage loan. This has brought Bethany and Mark back to the drawing board. Should they buy or should they rent? Some pros for buying include that they would have their own space and it would be permanent, as they don't need to move anywhere for at least 5 years. A home that they own would also help them to start earning equity via home appreciation. A home they own would also be a place they can customize, and they would be able to have tax deductions, which could save them money. However, with buying, right now they don't have that 20% down payment, so they would have to pay mortgage insurance. There would also be extra expenses in repairs and upkeep, which could be very expensive. Also, mortgage is an added debt, and they do not want to get any more in debt. If they rent, they will have lower monthly costs and more money to save and more money to pay off their debts. They will not have to worry about maintenance either, which is a great plus. However, it would not be a place of their own that they can customize, and they will not earn any equity, and there will not be any tax deductions. Something else they would like to consider is the interest they would save on a 15-year loan versus a 30, as they are still trying to see if that 30-year loan is worth getting in sooner rather than later. Even with the modest home and a down payment of $45,490, Mark and Bethany would save $176,000. Sorry, I'm so bad at this. $176,040 in interest by choosing the 15-year loan over the 30-year loan. That is a huge amount of money and something they should definitely take into consideration. They would also like to see how much a home would appreciate over 30 years. Currently, their home is the home they're looking at is $320,000. At the current rates, that would appreciate to around $1,611,123 over the course of 30 years. That is definitely something to take into consideration. So what should Mark and Bethany do? Well, right now, they should continue to rent. They should stay put in their apartment and take the extra money that they will have to save up for a 20% down payment and to pay off as much of their student loans as they can. But 3.5 years from now, they will be ready to buy. However, they will not be able to buy one of the houses that they have originally had in mind. They should look into buying a 2 to 3 bedroom home, which is smaller and more modest, but that is located in an up-and-coming area. This house will fit their needs, but perhaps not their wants, and that is okay. This home will cost much less, hopefully with a full monthly payment of no more than their current rent of $1,100. This way, they will still qualify for the loan with their back-end ratio and their debt. This home in the up-and-coming area will rise in value as time passes due to home appreciation, which will give them more money to put toward a future home once they sell. So, in about 7 years' time, they will be ready to finally buy their dream home. They will use the money that they received in equity from the home appreciation of their previous home, plus the time that they have had to save up to have a 20% down payment on this dream home. By this time, they will have slimmed down much of their student loans. This will help their back-end ratio, as they will no longer be in so much debt, and they will then qualify for a larger mortgage. This is a great plan for now. and a great step in the right direction. Their future home may look like this.